Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sav and I have not recorded a video in quite a minute now. It's been like 2 months since I've recorded a video. I feel like a lot's happened and I just want to give an update on how everything's going with going back to school full time. Also, if I sound a little weird in this video, that video will probably come out after this video, but in this one, I just really want to go over everything that's going on in my life right now, how everything's going with school, things that I've learned, how I'm handling doing my prerequisites for nursing school, and how I'm liking everything. So first off, beginning the semester, I have learned the importance of double checking your schedule and making sure that you have everything correct, that you double triple check the classes that you've already taken and all the classes that are required for whatever program you're trying to go into. And the reason I say this is because I trusted completely my faith in an advisor, which I should have done my own research for one. I also should have gone to a advisor specifically for the nursing program, and I did not. Beginning the process, I put my full faith in trusting that the advisor knew what they were talking about, that they knew, you want to be able to fully trust the person that was assigned to you for the school, and they know about what major I want to go into and things like that. So I'm like, okay, this person was assigned to me, so let me trust that they have my best interest in mind. Silly, naive me. I forget that school is, at the end of the day, a profit system. And I also just think that in general, maybe the advisor that I met with just didn't have the full information at hand, or whatever the case may be. Regardless, I can give excuses for them. I can say, oh, I should have done additional research, but they should have known. Back in November of 2025, I met with my advisor that was assigned to me. Keep in mind, I've been going to this community college since December of 2024, so it had already been a year. So I was already comfortable with going. I was finishing up my freshman year, so I would be going into my sophomore year by this point. And meeting with the advisor, I was like, okay, so I just need to know what classes are required for me to get into the nursing program, because that is eventually what I want to do. So she gives me a whole list of the classes that I need to take. She's like, okay, you need to take boom, 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 boom. You have to do a few classes that aren't even science classes. Like I have to take a Texas history class, a US history, all the whatever classes. So they're not whatever classes. Let me preface that. They aren't whatever classes, obviously. I took a lot of AP classes in high school, so a lot of these classes I had already completed. Another thing that I should have kept in mind, that I have already taken a lot of classes. That is in my records, that is in the system of the classes that I've already taken. Anyways, so I get this list of classes and I'm like, okay, cool. So then she helps me set up what my schedule would look like to hopefully graduate in a timely fashion. Hopefully by the end of 2026 basically is when I would like to be done with my associates. I had originally went in for a business degree, so I had already completed a lot of classes along with the AP classes that I had taken in high school. So when I decided to change my major, it was like, okay, I really just need to take some science classes, and then once I do that, I'll already have an associate's already done, but I would still have to go into the nursing program, if that makes sense. And then whatever. So you get it. So I changed my major into a science. She helps me set up the classes that I'm going to be taking for the rest of 2026. This advisor had also helped me set up my financial aid situation, because I live on my own. I've lived on my own since I was 18 years old, and I've been having to pay my education fully out of pocket. So it's been a struggle to, get any sort of financial aid. And so finally I was able to figure out the process of applying and getting all of that situated. And then I do everything the way that she tells me. She's actually like helping me. Like she's like actively walking me through the steps of getting my FAFSA stuff, getting the correct application, signing up for the classes, just getting everything situated. Boom, I'm trusting her. I'm like, okay, perfect. She knows what she's doing. She's been doing this for a minute, so she knows what's up. I have this meeting with the advisor in November. I sign up for the classes around this time as well, and then fast forward a week before class starts, I realize FAFSA still hasn't been accepted for me. And it says I qualify, so why hasn't it been approved by the school? So I'm getting a little nervous, and so I go to the school to meet up with the financial aid office. I could have handled the situation better. I could have been a little bit more prepared and handled this a few weeks prior to this. I was hoping that it would get approved, and I kept waiting and waiting, and I kept calling the office being like, hey, when am I going to know that it's going to get approved? And they're like, oh, you'll know. It should be coming soon. Kept going, and I finally decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go into the office and I'm gonna figure out what's going on. So I go meet up with another financial aid advisor, and she's like, you didn't even sign up for the correct financial aid application. I was so frustrated finding this out because the advisor that I originally met up with walked me through which one to do, and I made sure to ask a bunch of questions. I wrote notes and everything of which one to do. I was so frustrated. Thankfully, this financial aid advisor was so sweet. So she helped me do it in her office, and she walked me through it. And then she helped me with a scholarship on top of that because she could tell that I was really stressing out. So she came in clutch. I appreciate her so much. That happens, and I'm like, okay, everything's been figured out now. I can just go to classes. Everything is good now. I should have taken this as a red flag. There's already one mistake that this original advisor had. I need to double check other things. Hindsight is a blessing because you can learn from it. But at the time, I was just like, everything has already been solved. All the problems in the world are over. I don't have anything to worry about ever again. Everything's fine. My classes, my schedule is already made. I'm signed up with classes. The professors are all amazing on Rate My Professor. And so I'm like, okay, perfect. Everything is good. And so I'm going to class for 2 weeks. I was taking Anatomy and Physiology 1, Speech, US History, and General Psychology. So 4 classes essentially. And I was like, okay, perfect. This is beautiful. 2 weeks later, I am looking at my schedule just out of whim. I'm just looking at my schedule and I'm looking at all the classes that I've taken so that I can consider what is required for a nursing program that I was interested in. Tell me why I had already taken US history. Tell me why I took US history the semester, 2 semesters before that one. I had taken it during the summer of 2025, and I was taking it again, the exact same class, in January. Why? Don't get me wrong. I knew that like all the information sounded so familiar, but like in my head, I was like, oh, well, I have always been interested in history. I paid a lot of attention during high school. So refreshing my memory essentially, like, oh, I already know all of this. It's fine. I already know what's going on. So it's like, it's going to be an easy A. But no, I was just repeating the exact same class that I took in the summer. This is why I believe in divine timing and manifestations and just everything working out in alignment with your mentality and your wavelength. Because the day that I had this feeling to just check and just make sure that my schedule was correct was the last day that we could get a refund on our class. So thank frick that I saw this at the time that I did, because I ended up being able to get not a full refund, but I got like a 25% refund, which is a slay, 'cause that's money, you know, shit. Even though I'm not paying for that, you know, FAFSA was doing that. Regardless, that is still money that can go to a different class. I was happy to get even some discount. And honestly, if I would have been like, hey, y'all kind of like walked me down a wrong path, maybe I could have gotten a bigger refund. I don't know. I didn't push that much. I was just like, you know what? Okay, I got a 25% refund, period. And I just left it at that. So after that happens, I am like, okay, I really do not trust this damn advisor that I met with. So I need to meet with another advisor to make another plan for me. And so I changed my schedule. I moved things around. I dropped the US history class to get that 25% refund. And then I end up signing up for a sociology class, period. It was still available and it was still going to start a month after, in March, which it's already started, I meet up with another advisor that is just a random general advisor, and he does help me with the plan, and he does make one that's a bit more accurate. And I did not know that some classes that the original lady had told me I needed to take didn't even correlate to my degree. It was just like extra filler classes, which did frustrate me because I did say that I was on a budget, but I'm like, okay, whatever. I have a new updated schedule that looks a little bit more accurate, hopefully. I am planning to meet with a third advisor that is specifically for the nursing program, just so that I can fully make sure that everything is correct, along with printing out the classes that I've already taken, the classes that I'm going to be taking, and taking it to the schools that I want to go to. Once I finish all of my prereqs and see if they qualify, what classes I need on top of them. So we'll see how that goes. That's currently my plan right now. Overall, classes have been going really well. I am currently on my spring break. It has been amazing. I currently have an A in my speech class, my general psychology, and my sociology class. I have a B plus in A and P, which I'm trying to get to an A. I really want to have an A in the class. I have been really just trying to study as much as possible. And I think a big part of why in the first exam I struggled quite a bit. I did get a B in my first exam, but it was a pretty low B. And then in my second exam, I ended up getting an A. And I think a big part of it was because I ended up changing my study schedule. Oh my God, if you're taking any sort of anatomy and physiology class or a science class in general, Quizlet is so good in just memorizing. It's so good. I ended up getting the membership, and it has been so clutch for me. I have been just getting these things down, and it makes tests for you as well, which is really cool. So I'm putting in all of my study guides in there, making them all, and then it'll make tests for me, and it'll be like, I'll make maybe 100 questions, and then it'll add like 200 more questions. Then I have 300 flashcards that I can work with and just teach myself and pace myself slowly. I noticed that once I did this, my grade jumped drastically, and my knowledge of the subject just so much better. This past week though, I have been just doing a bunch of things that I've really been wanting to do. I'm recording a video which I've been wanting to record and just tell you guys about the process of going back to school and how I'm liking everything, which I am so happy that I decided to work part-time and go back to school full-time. It's so nice to be able to prove to myself that I can do it. I know that I like school and I love learning. Not going to school for so long, since high school basically, it's so different to being online. So it was really nerve-wracking, but it has been such a accomplishment to myself, and just being able to prove to myself that I can do it and I am capable to do these hard things, and it just is growing my confidence in proving that I can eventually go into nursing school, which has been pretty scary to think about. Just, I know how hard nursing school is. I know that it is a long venture. I want to be able to do it, so I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying my best, and I want to bring you guys with me throughout this process and showing you guys everything that I do and how everything goes. So I hope you guys follow me, and I hope you guys enjoy this process with me. But yeah, during spring break, I've just been doing a bunch of stuff that I've been wanting to do for a minute. I joined a run club. I attended a pole class. Just a bunch of really cool stuff, which I did vlog a lot of it, and I'm going to be showing that in the next video that comes out. Just what I did during spring break. I wanted to use my time not doom scrolling and doing something productive, moving my body, meeting new people, making friends, and just having a good time as much as I can before I have to lock back in school, and just make sure that I'm fully locked in and focused for this final stretch of this semester. I really appreciate you if you've been with me for so long. I am very grateful if you decide to follow me in this journey that I'm taking to get into the nursing program, further my education, and just learning about life and learning about myself and the things that I enjoy and love. And I hope you guys enjoy this process as well. And these videos I really enjoy making in general, not only for y'all, but also for later down the line. I would like to be able to see these videos of just my path, and it be a form of kind of like a video diary of just my process. And It's crazy. This is the youngest I'll ever be. I am 22 years old. I am a sophomore in a community college doing my prerequisites for nursing school. And what a beautiful time to be alive. I am so grateful for everything that life has offered me and the strength this universe has given me to keep going. I'm getting a little sappy now and I'm feeling a little I'm feeling very grateful and very happy for everything that has come my way. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later. I hope you guys take care. Bye.